but it's different now. Looking at the sad state of affairs in the Niger Delta, there's still a clamor from the people asking the FG to let them have a larger share of the revenue gotten. What are your thoughts on natural resource management in Nigeria, and is there anything you think should be changed?
Okay, so let's start with monopolies, right? Now, competition is beautiful. So in almost every case, any sane person will encourage competition. So I think the best example for that question would be MTN. When MTN came to Nigeria, they said per second billing is not possible. They say it's not possible. And, you know, it was a clamor that, someone calls me and says, hello, call me back. It's 1 minute. We can't do that. MTN said that is what is possible. And they ended it like that. Now, apparently, Glo came in as a second player. Second national carrier was the name they gave it. So they gave it the right to not only make and receive calls, but they could terminate calls on behalf of the nation. And so it was a very robust license. And Glo came out and launched per second billing as if it was. Immediately, MTN was forced to implement it. The fact that competition, monopolies profit one person. Monopolies profit the monopolizer. But you also have to be mindful if it's not a market with a large market. If you bring a competition into a small market, it will lead to chaos. So I would recommend, let us continue to encourage competition, robust competition. But there's also some competition you cannot really have. The good one is DSTV and football rights. Nobody else can get the football right when one person has paid for it. That's the whole point of the right. So if I buy the right, you can beg me to give Dami some. But you can't tell me that I must give Dami some. And that's where I have an issue. So allowing Dami, show, League C matches so that people are not upset, it's all right. But I paid for that. So it is reasonable to expect that in certain markets, certain advantages will accrue to the person who is willing to invest in the market. If you don't invest, you can't reap the benefits. That's one. The second question I'm trying
Resource control.
It's a difficult one. Let me explain why. The federalism we are running now, we are not doing it properly. So it's not a question of letting everybody share their money. That's not really the issue. One president, let me not mention his name, withheld the local government allocations for Lagos State for years. And nothing happened. These things ought not to be so. The way I think this is why I mentioned that I have a diploma in local government administration. The way the Nigerian government is set up, your local government is the most powerful part of governance. But we have taken the thing and turned it over his head. We have gotten to a situation that if the president does not speak, we don't believe anything has happened. But under normal circumstances, your local government chairman is the powerful person that has control. We've had autonomy by mouth since the 70s. We have not actually been able to implement it. So, yes, certain things will benefit from, allowing the resources to flow. But it's not because federalism is bad. It's because we are not doing it well. A state governor can hold his local government resources. A lot of the trouble you are seeing in the houses now is because everybody is saying give people their money directly. Let me jump one step further to look. Have you seen the sanity that happened with our remittances since the TSA came into implementation. Everybody knows that the TSA is the government's account. So everybody pays there. We are not paying into each agency's account. Because then you would have police in one place having one account. Prisons, they have their own account. This person has their... What the government is now trying to do, and I also don't want anybody to leave church today with the sense that the government is a complete failure. They are trying. What they've been trying to do for the past couple of years through the Accountant General's office is eyepiece.